Hello, this is Roxana for Metamorphosis Rocks. Bienvenidos, welcome. And today is vlog 9, and I would like to speak to you about the difference between dislike and hate and how that type of situation affects you personally. Okay, so we've been online on Web 2.0 for enough years now to know that what started out as an experiment and a way of keeping tabs on your old friends from high school and whatnot has turned into, for lack of a better word, an exercise on how everything in society changes and not necessarily for the better. Now we have great examples of the good things that have happened. You can crowdfund faster. You can get news faster. Not necessarily good news always, but you can get news faster. You can get aid to certain people faster. If there's an emergency in a country or something like that, it's very fast for us to find out exactly what happened, what they need, and get the resources allocated to get things done. On the other hand, you have the trolls. And the trolls are people that are obviously very unhappy with themselves and have nothing better else to do than sit around looking for things to hate on. And they come in different disguises, but the one thing that most of them have in common is that they go through the trouble of creating a fake account so that they can troll everybody else in the planet. And this is where things start getting bad, and how we always say, you can't have nice things comes into play. And this is what I mean. Let's say you have a Facebook page, to use that example because it's the easiest one, and you put a story on your Facebook page, and here comes one troll and makes a comment about the story that you made and how much they hate it. Okay, just because a person hates a story doesn't mean they're a troll. Let's start there. The problem with hate is that people have gotten used to say the word hate when they don't like something, not realizing the internal or psychological damage that the actual feeling of hate causes to them and to everybody else. Now, I love chocolate. I don't really care for milk at all. I dislike it, but I don't hate milk. It's indifferent to me. I just don't like it. There's a big difference between not liking something and hating something. The other thing I can say about hate is the fact that technically you can't hate things that are not people. You can hate a person, and because of the connotations of that word, you should know that person. Like, I can't hate Beyonce. I don't know her. You see what I'm saying? I might not like Beyonce. I personally, just as an aside, because I don't want to get pummeled with trolls or the bees or the swarm or whatever they're called. I don't care one way or the other for Beyonce. I like a couple of songs, but that's not my kind of music. So I'm indifferent. There's people that love Beyonce. There's people that dislike Beyonce. And then there's people that come out saying that they hate Beyonce. Well, if you don't know her personally, how would you know if you hate her or not? You see where I'm going with this? Now, interestingly enough, when you hate somebody or when you hate something, it does something to you internally. It kind of, I don't know if you ever felt it, but when you're like really upset at a person and you're talking about them, and it feels like something inside of you just doesn't feel right. So I try to stay away from the word hate as much as possible. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are things that I hate in life that are not people. I hate injustice. I hate stupidity. I'm not gonna lie, I hate stupid people. And that's not saying that if you do one stupid thing, I think you're stupid. There's a big difference in there too. But people that are constantly equally stupid, like racist people, I don't care for them. I try not to use the word hate, because hate has a connotation and an effect on my heart and on my soul that I don't want. So now that I made the distinction between dislike and hate, I'm going to go back to the trolls, and this is where it all makes sense now. You have a page on Facebook. You put a comment. There's people that are going to like what you say. There's people that are not going to like what you say. The simple fact that a person doesn't like what you say does not make them a troll. What makes them a troll, in my personal opinion, is when they start looking at you, either your beliefs or you personally, and starts being disrespectful to you. So let's say a person says, you make a video about, I don't know, about a movie. Let's do something that has nothing to do with politics or religion, because those two topics are too loaded for me to use. Let's say you went to watch a movie. I have no idea what movie to use, but let's make up a movie. And the movie's called, I don't know, Frank. Okay? You went to see a movie called Frank. It's a psychological thriller. It's called Frank. You went to see it. You didn't like it. And you went ahead and created a video where you're critiquing the movie. Nowhere have you said that you hated the director or that you hated the actors. You simply said, you know, I didn't think it was as good a thriller as other movies, and blah, blah, blah. Now, there's some people that are going to like it, and most of the people that like are just going to hit the button and like it, and they're not going to say anything else. Then you have your super fans, who are going to make a comment because they like you, and they want you to know that they watch what you said. You're going to have people that like what you said but don't necessarily agree with you. And those are great to have conversations with. You're going to have people that are going to disagree with you. And those people you're also going to like having conversations with, because sometimes they give you a perspective that you really haven't thought about. Then you have the one person that says, well, I don't like your shirt and you look stupid and you're fat, so why are you on YouTube or on Facebook or wherever? That has nothing to do with the topic of conversation. Now, that's a troll. What do you do with a troll? And this is where it gets a little tricky. There's people that believe that you should answer every comment that has ever been made on any page that you own on the internet. Now, I don't know about you, but I belong to a ton of groups. I make comments on other people's pages all the time, and I'm not going to sit there and answer every time somebody makes a comment back at me. I'm going to give you another example. There's a video somewhere on YouTube about something. I don't even remember what it is, but every once in a while, I made a comment 3 months ago. And there's still today, it popped out that somebody had answered the comment that I made 3 months ago. Do you really think that I'm going to go back and comment on that again? Only if it's one of my videos, I'll do that. But if it's somebody else's video, I'm already moved on to even that person's other videos. I don't have time to sit there and go back and rehash a situation that happened 3 months ago. So no, I'm not going to answer. But there's people that believe that you should answer every comment. I personally, when the Internet 2.0 or social media or whatever you want to call it started, I used to answer every comment. I'm not going to lie. Good, bad, or indifferent, I used to answer every comment. What I have noticed more and more, especially lately, is that people, when they're really trolling, they get more bitter, they get more frustrated, and they just get plain uglier in the comments. And, you know, like I said, I used to answer them. Now, I just go ahead and block them. Now, you might say, well, why are you blocking them? Well, most of these people I don't know personally, so why would I care? Second of all, if you really have something to say, and I can see inside your comment that you're trying to say something, you just let your emotions get the best of you, I will tell you. And that has happened to me. My Facebook page, I've had that happen 3 or 4 times where somebody got so irate about something that made a comment, and it was borderline trolling. And I said, you know, if you have something to say, say it. But if you're going to insult the people that are commenting on this page, I'm just going to have to block you. And the person apologized and went on and made their comment without using that particular word. And they had a good point. And I told them, thank you so much for not using that language and for toning it down and whatnot. Here's the thing. If you are in social media and you post something, you decide what you see and what you don't see. And a lot of people tell you, well, you need to have all points of view. I don't. I live in a house with a person that has no political affiliation and a person that has the exact opposite political affiliation as me. I don't need any more people in my life that are opposites of me. I get all points of view in my own house. Therefore, I really don't need to go outside to look for them. There's people that say that you shouldn't lose friendships over politics or religion or heavy points of view. It's, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, a Facebook friend is not necessarily a real life friend. If you're friends with me on Facebook and you're friends with me in real life and I choose to block you because I just don't want to listen to your crap, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friendly with you when I see you outside unless you get mad at me because I blocked you. That's up to you. Now, I had a friend of 30 years and this person made some really horrible comments about me and some other family members and friends. And this person not only got blocked, but I no longer associate with this person. Because, for one thing, you never deny who you are as a human. The day that you decide that I'm going to cover myself up or marry somebody from another country and pretend that I'm a white European when I'm just a little Cuban girl from... No, that's not going to happen. And by the way, I'm Hispanic. I really resent people that deny who they are. Okay? That just doesn't fly with me. If I walk down the street, people think I'm white. I'm happy for them, but I'm not white. I'm not black. I'm not white. I'm Hispanic. And that also means that I have several races in my blood. Therefore, I don't identify as either or. I have Taino, I have African, I think I have some Jewish, and I have, Spaniard, Taino, African. There's two more. And one of them I think is Jewish, but I'm not sure. But the bottom line is, I'm not, and you know what's the funny thing about it? I'm trying to define who I am and what I am, but the truth of it is none of us is whatever we look at in our skin either. That's the funniest part about this whole situation with races and people being angry at everybody else. There is no such thing. If you actually DNA test yourself and you think you are white or black, you're gonna get a little surprise. Try it. I know a lot of people that have tried it already and they're shocked when they find out where they come from. But going back to the topic of trolling and being stupid and acting stupid and what you tolerate. Here's the thing. I'm 50 years old and I'm assuming you are not a child anymore either. And the thing about it is that I've spent way too many years sitting around with people that have opinions that I don't agree with just to be nice. And I'm sorry, but I don't need to. I don't mean in like I said, because I've had disagreements with people on topics, on every topic. Politics, religion, books, everything. Movies, lifestyle, everything. And I have heard some people that I totally disagree on with in a lot of things and make some really good points. And I'm like, you know what? I still disagree with you, but that's a really good point. That's different. But to sit next to a person that is always trolling, because we have trolling in real life. You just don't call it trolling. But we do have trolling around us every day. And you have to make the choice if you want that energy into your life or not. I personally, when my 50th birthday happened back in November, I said I'm not doing this anymore. And I don't unfriend people anymore. What I do is I just I think it's called hiding. I hide them, and they don't show up on my feed anymore, and I rarely ever talk to them and whatnot, because I just don't want to deal with them. I also don't want the whole, oh, you're a friend of me crap. I'm not going to sit there and explain it to you. I just don't want to deal with it. As far as news stations and certain programs that show up on your feed on different things, every time I see them, I say I don't want to see them. In Facebook, it works really well. Here on YouTube, it doesn't work as well. It gives me a suggestion and I say no, and it hides it for a couple of days and then it brings it back. That's something I hope YouTube works on, because if I tell you I don't want to see a channel, I just don't want to see it again. Oh, if there is a way of blocking a particular channel, please let me know how to do it, because I would love to block a whole bunch of channels that I have no interest in seeing. But yeah, that's the topic for today. There's a difference between dislike and hate, and there's also a difference between not agreeing with you and trolling. Which one are you? Thanks for watching and have a great day.